Hey girl, hey.
Hi, Miss Mims. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
And finally doing something.
Like what?
Talking out your
Oh,
ass.
I always do that, girl. Anyway, hey girl, hey, how are you? Readjust here. Been sitting here for an hour already, and boy, are my arms tired.
I'm so excited about this episode.
Are you really? Well, we aren't even. Let's talk. This is the
Sorry.
getting to know
I know that. No,
you,
I know that.
getting
I'm
to
just very
know
excited because this is like,
all about
this is one
you,
of the most controversial of
getting to
all of the episodes.
like you, getting to
Getting a
hope
hope you
like
like
me.
me.
Anyway, girl, what you been up to?
So as you know, we're entering into spooky season.
Not spoopy season.
Spooky season.
Not
So I've
spoopy
been
season.
I've been gathering my resources for putting together my Halloween looks.
How are the things you're sewing for me going?
It's going.
You know, you've said multiple times they're nearly done, so they should be, I would assume, nearly done.
I have to figure out where put it. I kind of started putting getting the pieces out, and now that you've said that, I'm like, wait, where did I put it? So it's gotten buried. I have to unbury it now. I have a thing. It's hard to describe it. I have this pile of things that are kind of like partially completed.
Girl, if I come down in March, when I come down in March, because I am coming down in March.
I'm so excited about that.
If I have to put on a dress for anything that you're making, you had better have it made.
I'm so excited about you coming.
But by the way, you know it's a Thursday, right? So you will not be doing colossal karaoke that evening.
I know that.
Okay.
I know.
Because girl, I know you. We have gone to that show, and you'll be like, "Girl, I got a gig in 15 minutes.
You know me well.
I got to go. I got.
You know me where you know me very well.
It's only $50, but it is a gig is a gig because I only got an hour. I only got 30 minutes, but you know, a gig is a gig.
I can't stand how well you know me. I can't stand it. It's
That's
very
the gas
upsetting.
monies.
It's very upsetting how well you know me. Like, it's very upsetting.
Which is fine, girl. If you need and or want to do that, just tell me.
No,
I will
honey,
go
it's gonna be okay.
to the
Carlos
Hard
is
Rock
fine.
Casino and
Carlos
waste
will be
money.
fine. No,
Okay.
Carlos will be fine. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Right? Like, he'll be fine. I mean, he was just gone for 2 weeks, so
And you did it all by yourself.
yes.
All by
By
myself.
I should do that at karaoke.
You
Why have I
should.
never done that at karaoke before?
Because you don't have emotions.
Oh my wow. That felt like your hand literally like reached out of this monitor and just smacked me just now.
You're welcome.
Jeez Louise. Holy crap. I know how to have emotions. I know what they are.
You should just quit talking now. You should just stop trying to defend it. I know how to have emotions and I know what they are.
If the song calls for it, I can do it.
Okay.
Dear listeners, just so you know, I do have emotions. I don't know how else to go into that. You're right. I'm just digging a hole now.
God, that was good. I'm the one who apparently doesn't have feelings because I just let Maim have it and didn't
like,
give
wow.
two shits afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, I should apologize.
No, that wouldn't be you. That wouldn't be you at all.
No, it wouldn't be.
No.
It wouldn't be. That's not how I roll.
Yeah. No, that's not. That would not be the Mims way.
Speaking of the Mims way, Maim, did you know that we have a Patreon?
What?
Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim.
It was inevitable. It was inevitable.
I did make a noise. It was just in my mouth.
It was inevitable.
Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
Yes, actually, yeah, I did know that.
It's called Baking Sugar. Dear listeners, it's a Designing Women podcast. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Maim. I need to put in a hall.
You got to do your lozenge.
You gotta do that.
You gotta do that lozenge, girl.
Right. Hey, Maim, did you know that we have merchandise? Oh, my God. If you go to mimsandmaim.com, you get a nice shirt or a cup or a mug. It's very exciting.
Always. You're never going to let me live it down for that
one
critique I gave you. The one critique I gave you.
Well, I'm trying to make it better. I'm just trying to do what you wanted.
Be manic?
Basically.
Okay, gotcha. It's working.
My husband told me that my management style is disappointed daddy, because like I'll let my subordinates do whatever they need to do, but if they do something wrong, I get very disappointed in them. Mostly it's because I have to do work, and I don't like doing work.
You don't. You've never been that much of a person that does work.
No effort, like, yeah. You should like put forth the effort, enough effort, and be able to rely on other people to put forth enough effort to get it all done, right? That in a work situation, right? Like, I'm obviously putting forth effort being here.
Mm-hmm. I don't like you right now.
Why?
Just that little moment, that little pursed lips. Just
this is season 2.
I can't see you.
Episode 10. Sticks and Stones.
It's a podcast, but I can actually see you. So
we're in Cabot Cove, girl. There's a woman taking a bath.
Ooh, sensual.
She's listening to the television.
Oh yeah, because that's what you do.
Please roll, please.
Oh, it's a telenovela of some kind.
In English, Cabot Cove's telenovela.
I've lived in South Florida too long.
No, I know.
Jeez, why did I just say soap opera?
Well, I mean, they all had Hispanic names, like it was Raul and something. I think
that's true. Okay,
yeah, it was a telenovela.
Just an English.
We're downstairs the house.
Oh,
at a fuse box.
Okay.
Somebody pulls the handle down and turns off the power.
Oh no.
The TV went out.
Oh jeez.
A woman goes over and checks the television.
Yes.
As she's grabbing the cord.
Yes.
The fuse box is turned back on. She's electrocuted.
Oh my gosh.
Well, she's dead.
Oh no. In Cabot Cove?
In Cabot Cove.
Jeez, what is the world coming to?
And somehow she made it back to the bath. I don't know how that, like,
she fell backwards into the bath. That's what I assumed.
Girl, it was like 5 steps away.
Well, she got electrocuted, so she jumped.
I said, when my husband asked, I said, well, she flung against the wall. Like it was so much current that it just flung her back.
That's all. I mean, that's what I thought when I watched. I was like, maybe it was the jolt.
So I have another issue at this point. I'll just throw it out there.
Already?
How, when he threw the main breaker, how did she not realize? Because the lights would have gone out in the bathroom. Whatever.
But the lights didn't go out in the bathroom. Only the TV went out in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That was the part that I was a little confused about too. It's like, why did just the TV go out?
There you go. Yeah. But maybe they're gas lamps. Maybe it's the 80s and they still had gas lamps in Cabot Cove. Anyway, dear listeners, I apologize for getting this episode has already gone a little off the rails. The police are here, and Gomez is now the sheriff.
Hey, Gomez, do you have a cold?
It's actually Harry, but yeah, no, I'm good, thanks.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, got it.
But Amos is retiring.
No.
I know.
That's our favorite person besides Jessica.
It is.
So we're going to have to watch Harry and Jessica solve mysteries together now?
No. So we're in the bathroom, and the police are looking around, Amos and Harry.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, this cord was frayed months ago whenever I came over here to try to sell the house for her.
Oh, man, that cord's so... God, that guy was supposed to fix this.
Yep. Well, the dead person's name is Beverly. And it was definitely an accident because it was locked from the inside. Dear listeners, this has been your episode of You Slay Me. Case cleared.
This is going to be a roller coaster episode, just so, you know.
Yep. So we're at Jess's, and the doc, she's on the phone with Edna, the town gossip.
Yeah.
Who we have never met before, but hopefully we'll meet again after this.
Mm-hmm.
Doc is attempting to fix her toaster. Not doing a good job of it.
No.
And she's like, I should have just taken this to Larry. And Edna says, you should just take it to Larry. We'll meet Larry later. Ding dong, sweetie. There's somebody at the door.
Who's at the door?
Michael Digby, that guy.
That guy, yes.
He's doing great little places to live. And like he's a writer, and he's going around different little small towns and like just telling everybody all about them.
I love that we have, like, between this and our other podcasts, we have two iconic 80s actors. Like, I love it.
Yeah, he really is that guy. Like, he's never starred in anything, but he is...
You always know him.
Yeah, is he cute or not? That's the...
In the 80s, he was considered handsome.
Okay.
But he wasn't considered sexy.
Okay.
Right? That was more of a Tom Selleck. He was just considered a handsome. He's a very handsome...
Tom Selleck never did it for me.
I know, but I'm just saying back then, he was considered the epitome of, like,
TV. Did Tom Selleck do it for you?
Not really. I mean, I don't really... No, I never thought of him as being, like attractive. No.
Okay.
No. I did... The one thing about Tom Selleck that I did like was the shorts, right? Like, I love the fact that that man wore... literally like short shorts and he was as tall as he was. Like, I always thought that was like great, but no, I never now, you know who I did think was kind of hunky?
Martin Mull. Yes, dear.
Speaking of 80s people, did you see that Paul Reiser has a new show coming on Hulu?
Yes, it's Judy Greer's the star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just saw a trailer for it yesterday. I was really interested because I love Paul Reiser. Yeah,
I don't like Paul Reiser.
I've never really disliked any of the stuff he's been in.
You liked that show with him and Helen Hunt?
I didn't hate it. I was okay, but I didn't
Okay.
hate it.
I understand. You tolerated everything Paul Reiser
Yeah.
ever did. Okay.
It was. That was how I felt about a lot of the shows at that point on TV. It was just like it's what's on.
Anyway, who did you find attractive back in the 80s?
I forgot now.
Okay, because it was Martin Mull, wasn't it?
No, it was Gregory Harrison. That was the
Gregory
80s
Harrison.
He was the 80s actor that, like, I guess you would say caused like my little like miniature sexual awakening. Before I knew it was a sexual awakening, I just knew that guy's really, I like him. He was on Trapper John MD, and the reason that I remember him so distinctly is because there was a movie that took place back then that was like at a Chippendales type place. It was like a murder mystery, and that was the first time I had ever actually seen like a naked fellow. And it was very popular, and it used to get put on reruns all the time. And so I just remembered like thinking that he was.
Is it called For Ladies Only?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I remember for whatever reason it used to be on repeat. Like they used to play it like every year. It would come on at some point. And I remember at some point, and I was at an age where I was like, I like watching this.
I never watched a single episode of Trapper John MD.
It was okay. I mean, it's very like once again, it's just that 70s kind of, 70s kind of TV. It was just okay.
Well, he's doing travel writing, and so he's going to be staying with JB.
Which JB was, genuinely
surprised because you completely forgot about this, right? Like,
right. And I love the fact that it's not just like I'm stopping by. It's no. I'm living with you.
And you said it was okay, apparently.
Like, Jessica's like, okay, sure.
We found out that Michael's from the big city, which is New York.
It's not Poughkeepsie.
Not Poughkeepsie, the island Manhattan, if you would. And Doc just leaves, and he calls Doc a crusty New Englander.
Yeah. Once again, I don't think the Doc should have just left. Like, considering this man literally just came into place.
Well, he's so wee that JB could have taken him, right? Like,
he is a very twinkish of frame.
Yes, he is. Somebody found a picture of Channing Tatum back when he stripped, and he was a twink.
Oh, he was a twink stripper?
He was a twink stripper. Like, he was thin.
Interesting.
Like, I mean, of course, cut to all hell, but thin.
Well, I mean, twink strippers usually are. I mean, Yeah. I guess you call it, or what do they call them now? They're called twunks.
Twunks, yes.
Twunks, right.
Twunks.
I just saying it, I'm like, our people. We have a name for everything.
Well, JB's going to go into town and show him around. Or no, she's going in town separately right now. She's biking in town separately right now. And Amos comes up and he bought a new car.
Mm-hmm.
And they're chit-chatting, and JB's like, I don't know how much I trust a real estate agent to be a sheriff. And to which Amos said, remember at the beginning of all this, I didn't know much. And JB just gives him a look like, baby girl, you still don't know much.
You still don't know nothing, girl. I'm still doing your job for you.
I'm still doing your job and doing it much better
for
half the pay.
No pay at all.
Well, now JB's taking Michael on a tour of the village, and he knows all of the history about it.
Yes.
And we pan to two neighbors who just got letters, and they immediately start fighting.
Yes. Hardcore fighting.
Hardcore yelling and screaming in like this quaint,
very non-Cabot
area.
Cove.
Yeah.
Very not Cabot Cove.
Very, very not Cabot Cove. Very, yeah.
Almost very New York.
Are you wanting to go to Maine at any point in time in your life?
Sure. We could go do a broadcast from Maine. On a pier. stay. Sorry.
Girl, we don't have the windshields for that. We can do it from a shitty hotel room.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. I just thought from up here sounds like.
But maybe I can like rent out a conference room in the Fairfield, Portland, and we could do it from there. Dear listeners, if any of you are from Maine and can get me and Babe 2-night stay at a conference room for free.
Wait, we're going to stay in the conference room?
No, we're going to stay in the hotel. Two rooms. Two rooms. We do not share a room. This is in my contract. I do not share a room with anybody except for my husband. I am too old for that bullshit.
You say we and then you say me. I was like, yeah, I don't care.
I know. I do not share rooms.
So weird.
How else am I going to turn tricks? How else am I going to snore in peace? It's that one. It's that one, dear listeners. It's that one.
I'm like the rabbit tricks, because that's the only tricks I know that you be turning.
Anyway. Yeah, dear listeners, if any of y'all know or can set that up,
we'd love it.
We'd love it. We'd love it. Just, actually, there's an email associated with this podcast. If you look at the information, send us an email to that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be great. We should plan a tour of we should do a broadcast for the other podcast in Atlanta. We should do a broadcast for this one in Maine. The whole state of Maine.
Those are the only two podcasts we do.
Oh, well, the next one, whichever one we choose to do, we'll
we
need
already
to
know
make
what the next one's gonna be.
Oh, do we? I forgot.
We're gonna do it for. We've talked about it.
I forgot our things that we talk about.
Let me message you on Facebook real quick.
No, just let it be a surprise.
No. Here you go.
Oh, there you go. I think I remember.
There, I sent it to you. There.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You got it, girl.
Yep, no, I got it. Totally.
My dog wants me let downstairs. Talk to your listeners for a second.
Okay.
I'll let you downstairs.
Should I whisper to them still? Okay. So Mims just got up to let the dog do something.
She wanted to come downstairs.
I did. Yeah, you can still hear him. So it's like he's still here. I forgot what we were going to be doing next, but it's going to be fun. But yeah, what Mims was saying, we would absolutely love to bring our brand of irreverent humor to your locale. And maybe we can do it based on specific episodes of Murder, She Wrote, where Jessica's traveling all around the country. We can pick those episodes and do. Oh, hi.
Did you even hear the 6:30ish as I was saying that?
No.
Probably. Okay. Anyway, so we're in an open area. JB takes Michael to an open area, and there's it's the old Coast Guard property.
Oh, okay. Nice.
The lighthouse there burned down last year. It was an old wooden lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
The quote-unquote Condo 3 show up, who are planners for the city.
Boo.
And they are going to build 400 condos on this rocky-ass, craggy shore.
Because that many people want to live in Cabot Cove.
I mean, who would want to live on that shore, like with the wind and the rain? Oh, God.
Mainers, I guess. Mainers?
Mainer?
That's what they're called? Mainers?
Yes, they are called Mainers.
Coal Mainers?
We coal Mainers, like coal Mainers' daughters. So we find out that Bev was the heir.
Oh, okay.
To this land.
Got it.
It was during World War II. It was used, but then it went to her father, and then it became Bev's.
Okay.
Edna shows up, irate.
No.
Hits JB with her purse and says, "Stay away from my man."
Oh, I admire her tracking skills are pretty amazing.
Yup.
Right.
So we're at Amos's now.
Hey Amos,
And
yay!
he's just got a letter from, well, first of all, he's sitting outside with his headphones on, resting in the sun. There's a couple of hot dog buns on a plate beside of him with a big ass bug crawling over. I don't know if you saw that bug, but it was a huge bug crawling over the
I
buns.
missed that part.
But Amos is handed a letter from the postman.
Oh, okay.
He looks at we get a good view of the postmark, and it's from Newberry.
Oh, all right. That's nearby?
I don't know. We'll find out later.
Oh, okay.
So Amos reads it, and he runs over to the sheriff's office.
Okay.
Hey, Harry. Oh, no, wait. No. Excuse me. Hey, Harry. I've got this letter. Here, just put on this pile with all these others. Yeah. So that's that. We're there. That's all that is for the sheriff's office right then. Apparently, there's a lot of letters going through.
It's chaos. It's
Girl,
chaos.
Are you touching your camera or something? You are bobbing up and down like every time you speak.
No?
Okay, just stop that time. But like talk.
Talk?
Okay, better.
Talk? Weird.
Yeah, like you were going.
That's strange.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, maybe I was like, oh, you know what I probably was doing? You probably remember this from when I was.
Yeah, you're doing it right now. Whatever you're doing, stop doing that.
I think it's my foot on the bottom of the table that I'm on. I did that vibrating thing that I do.
Yeah,
sometimes.
don't do that. Put it on the floor and do that.
It's on the floor now. I moved
there you
it to
go.
the
That's
floor.
much more better, girl.
Thank
That's
you.
much more better.
Thank you.
That's much more better. Like, okay, good. You're not moving, and I'm not being seasick.
Oh, that was what was happening. Oh,
Yeah, girl. Yeah,
sorry.
you made me sick yet again. Anyway,
It's what I do best.
remember that time, like senior year of high school?
I'm always nervous when you start conversations like this.
That rhinovirus went through everybody.
Yes.
And it hit me real hard, and I was out of school for like 3 days.
Yes.
That's all I got from that. So we're at the dock. The IRS is auditing Mr. Anderson. He's a gruff old fisherman.
Mr. Anderson.
And we meet Larry, the repairman. He's young.
Oh, he's very young. He's young enough that he should leave Cabot Cove.
He should. But we find out that neither JB nor Larry got letters. They're probably the only two in Cabot Cove who didn't.
Weird.
Well, Adam's here. We don't know who Adam is.
No, we don't.
And he's really drunk.
Yeah.
And he threatens Larry.
Adam's had a bad day, it seems like.
He has. He said there was nothing wrong with the cord when Larry fixed it, and Beverly was like when he brought it in, and then he repaired it, and the cord was bad, and Larry killed him, and like Larry's like, no, the cord was fine when I fixed it. I don't know what you're talking about. Came in for a broken tube. Dear listeners, televisions used to have tubes in them for the different colors, and they would break and stuff. It was very complicated.
Cue the old-timey music being played. Back in the day when we had tubes in our TVs.
I mean, my grandmother still has a international radio, a Siemens International Radio that has tubes in it for the radio.
For real?
Yeah, tube transistors for the radio. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that actually sounds like something I would love to have.
Yeah, it. I don't know if it still works. Well, of course it doesn't work because we're on digital now, but so it can't pick up anything anymore.
Yeah, but that would be just cool to have like on display.
Yeah, it makes this noise whenever it warms up. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty too.
Yeah. That sounds nice.
Well, Anderson throws Adam into the bay and is like, calm the fuck down. He comes back up and he's like, you're going to the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are at Galerie Hydri.
What?
And there's this woman hobbling out and this man with a Vincent Price looking man coming out. yelling at this woman about how he's being spied on, and she's like, "No, I do not spy on you. You never leave. You are spying on me. No, I'm not spying on you. Yes, you are. No, you aren't. Yes, you aren't. No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Yes, I am. Oh no."
You don't recognize the actor, do you?
No, should I?
Yeah, he was famous.
Who is
He
it?
was the upstairs neighbor on the Jeffersons.
Oh, that is him, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always thought he was taller because
No.
he's awful short in this. So that's probably what
Well,
it was.
I mean, compared to George Jefferson, yeah.
That's probably what it compared to George. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. When I saw him, I was like, oh, because I mean, I didn't know he did anything other than the Jeffersons, so I was like, oh, that's nice.
So we're back at the sheriff's,
Hmm.
and they're reading some letters randomly. He and Amos, Harry and Amos, and Harry says, "Put Adam in jail and get him sobered up." He actually says, "Walk on over there and go to jail." Like they just tell him to walk into the jail room. It's very funny. Small town. It's very Otis.
It's very Otis, yeah.
Well,
It does have that vibe.
we find out that the old woman who was talking to Friedrich earlier,
Hmm.
her name is Elvira. She comes in and she says she was threatened.
Oh, no,
And then she
girl.
looks at all the letters. She's like, I only sent one. I promised a friend. There's something very wrong here. And she leaves.
That was an Emmy-winning performance you just gave.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we're at JB's. And Amos has come over.
Hey, Amos.
And JB's like, I think it was a murder. I think she's looking at her little TV, looking at the plug. She's like, I think it was a murder because Larry said that it wasn't broken when he got it, and Larry's a very upstanding young dude. Until he becomes a killer later on in the seasons, but who knows? Right now he's an upstanding young dude.
I mean, yeah, this whole episode throws everything into doubt.
Uh-huh. Well, we also found out that Harry's having second thoughts about being sheriff.
Oh, but I mean, he just started doing it.
I shot the sheriff,
but I did not
I
shoot
shoot
the
the
deputy.
deputy.
That's all I got.
Yeah, me too. So we're at the sheriff's. And all the letters are different.
Oh,
Sorry, JB. I also threw away all of the envelopes, but I can tell you they were all definitely postmarked Cabot Cove.
oh, wow. Well, Harry, thanks.
Cabot
Do you need some hot tea?
Cove.
Also, I think you need some hot tea.
Cabot Cove.
What's wrong with you? Every word out of your mouth. Seriously, every word.
Every word.
Every word. Every word.
Well, there's like they talk about some of the letters. They prove that at least one was faked, right?
Okay, okay.
Like they're like, well, this couldn't have happened because he was in another city at the time that they're saying that this happened. So there's no way that this could have even happened, right? Which makes it look like all of them could be faked.
Oh.
And then Amos finds his in there, and he's like, yeah, this one talks about the old lighthouse and how it was arson, and that people need to think about who would profit on that.
Interesting.
So we're at JB's now, and JB's there. Her and Michael are having a lovely dinner.
They are. It's really sweet.
But JB's very distant. It's just like, Michael, after dinner, would you like to walk with me to Elvira's? I need to talk to somebody. And she is the mistress of the night, so the only time I can really see her is in the evening.
No.
What What? What?
I just thought about that for a moment. Like, what if it had actually been the real Elvira? That would have been so great.
You know her story about Tom Jones, right?
Yes, dear.
Okay.
Yes, every homosexual knows that story.
Dear listener, the first person she ever had sex with was Tom Jones, and he sent her to the hospital. Like, end of story. That's it.
I mean, this was before she was famous too. So
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
She's just a chorus girl.
She's a lesbian now too, by the way.
I know.
Well, I was telling her, dear listeners, I know you know. Well, I mean, sometimes you don't know, but
sometimes I don't.
When it comes to pop culture, you usually know.
That's true. It's like my lifeblood.
Yeah. It's things that are actually important you may not know about.
Who cares about that?
Did you go and get the COVID shot yet?
No.
Oh, you said you were going to do it this weekend.
I was going to do it this weekend, but
I'm waiting.
I just didn't really feel like going through what you went through yet.
Well, you may not. That's the thing.
Okay. Well, I'll probably go this weekend.
My husband had 0 side effects.
Well, if I can get like an evening time this week, I'll do it.
Oh, I would do it in the morning. Because mine didn't even last 12 hours this time. Like, I was fine by 3 p.m. the next day.
Oh, okay. So I'll do that.
It started hitting me at basically midnight or 1 a.m. And then by 3 p.m. Okay, so it was a little bit over 12 hours. But by 3 p.m. I was fine.
I'm just trying to time it because I'm just trying to time it correctly because if I do it tomorrow... Yeah, because the thing is, like...
You won't get an appointment tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the little CVS one? Yeah, they got...
Oh, ours are all filled up like the next day.
No, there's the ones down here or not because we're surrounded by so many of them because it's old people, you know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
We have Walgreens and CVS's like they're like treat your rights, right? They're everywhere.
Not a treat your right. Oh God. Do you remember the store in Statesville called Junk and Stuff?
Yes.
I love that store so much.
I loved it too. It was right down the street from my Aunt Jeanette's.
Oh, God. It was full of so much shit.
It was the weirdest store.
It was.
They had, what was it? Galaxa for the longest time, the arcade game. They had it there for the longest time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
It was such a weird place.
It was. And it had the funniest moldy smell.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, you get candles and love that place so much. God. Another place I love, dear listeners, let's go on an 80s flashback right now. Pizza Hut, the old Pizza Hut with the red roof on it, you know.
Yes, girl. Yes.
And that smell, that yeast smell that you got whenever you walked in that door. Oh,
so yeasty.
And we had a Godfather's pizza before Herman Cain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that Godfather's pizza was so good.
Was.
Remember Rax?
Yes, girl.
Yes. They had the salads, honey. Ooh,
they had the best strawberry shake. Oh, they're still around in Ohio.
Are they? Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
We can go to Ohio and...
Is there an episode where Jessica's in Ohio? Because then we could do it there.
We'd never know. Right? Like if it was supposed to be Ohio, they would never even tell us.
That's true, actually.
Like
Jessica just shows up randomly in this place, and we're like, oh, Jessica!
So we find out as they're walking to Elvira's house that Elvira was Beverly's dad's secretary.
Yes.
And what does that make her to me? Absolutely nothing. So they walk up to the house. Well, Elvira's dead. She's hanging in the breeze.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, she's just hanging there.
Whoa.
Yeah. So JB goes and searches the inside of the house while Michael White's outside. She finds cut up clippings from magazines, a death note about being turned against, and JB looks at her pots, notices the one she uses are aluminum, and looks at her medications.
Wow.
The tenant shows up. Mr. Hammond, I believe his name is.
Yes.
He doesn't have an accent right now. He's like, it sells pictures. Like, what? Just what? Just what?
Which I did think it was actually funny when he did that because he he had a little bit of an accent when he was on the Jeffersons too, and I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
thought that's how he really sounded, but no, it's all for his thing.
So we find out that Elvira never left. She had her groceries delivered. She was, just never did anything except for spy on him.
Oh.
And he is like, the cops show up. He's like, no, I'm done here. I'm going to leave this room. Stage left.
Which, I mean, he's not under arrest, so it makes sense, right?
That's right. So next morning at JB's, the doctor's there, and he's like, yes, you're right. Elvira had severe arthritis. We found out that she'd been going to Newberry to see a doctor.
Newberry, but the doctor in Private Cove is amazing.
Yes. And JB's like, could she have tied a knot? And that's what the doctor asks. Why did she go all the way to Newberry whenever I'm right here?
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
I'd feel a certain kind of way if I was the doctor of Cabot Cove.
Well, he did.
It's almost like I watched this episode.
Yeah, I know, right? So we're at the library. I'm proud of you for watching the episode, by the way.
I watch all of the episodes.
We're at the library, by the way. And the Condo 3 show up to talk to JB.
Hello, Condo 3.
And she just claps back all over them.
She does.
They like say some stuff, and she's
savage.
like, bitch, no.
Savage. Jessica was savage.
Savage. Why is that not a drag queen name?
Savage.
Savage.
I mean, it might be. We just don't know all the drag queens in the world.
We don't?
I think there might be 5 we don't know.
Have you started watching Drag Race UK yet? I have not. 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 Is it good so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there one episode or 2?
Just one so far.
Okay.
Have you watched? Did you watch Australia?
No, I didn't watch Australia.
Like at all?
Not yet. No.
Okay. All right. Cool. They just finished that one.
We can only do one at a time, girl. One at a time. One episode per week.
So is that the one you're going to do next? Is Australia?
No, we're going to do England since Australia's already over. Okay. I like of the drag races, Australia's the lower ones for us.
We enjoy that one personally. Like we
more
think that
more than UK.
Not more than UK, but
more
we enjoy
than Canada.
We like it more than Canada.
Oh, we like Canada more. That's we enjoyed Canada far more than the past couple times of.
I would say that this season of Australia I liked more than the first season.
Okay.
It's a very different set of girls this time. Okay. And I felt like this season was more like not without giving anything away. It was just these seemed like more real queens.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah. So it was just the vibe was very different this season.
Well, we're at Edna's now, and she apologized to JB. And she's like, Charlie doesn't care about anything except for fishing and golf. And he used to be an animal, and then about 10 years ago, it's like his battery went dead, and it's been great. Like, girl, what? You must got a side piece. Little side piece.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Side piece.
I felt the same way. I was like, wait a minute, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Just his battery died, honey. Like just died. I don't know about that, girl.
Go for that now. Well, Elvira kept her arthritis to herself because she was afraid her daughter would send her to a home. So she was even going to Newberry to go to the doctor, so her daughter would definitely not find out.
Oh.
And Elvira and Beverly were very close. We're at the wharf now.
Hello, Wharf.
Hey, Larry.
Jesus.
You and Elvira got into a fight about that lamp. You're coming with me for possible murder.
Harry, do you need some coffee?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Just feel like you need some
A little tired.
Okay, I get that. I understand. It's hard being
So we're
sheriff.
back at JB's.
Hi.
And Michael's showing her some photos, and JB's like, that's great. Could you go to the restaurant
That's great.
and do some reconnaissance and talk to, like, get some info out of the Condo 3? So we're at the restaurant now, and Michael talks to the men for a little bit.
Oh, we also find out that Michael actually, in his actual real life, is an investigative journalist,
Yes,
which that was a
yes.
new piece of information.
Yes. So we're at the restaurant, and Michael meets the men, and the woman comes up. And it's like, hey, y'all, where's your Yankee hospitality? I can't do the voice without, because it would normally be the murderer voice, but it's not, yeah.
I know.
And the woman pulls him aside and says, hey, baby, come on over here and talk to me. She has a little martini with him, and yeah, so she starts talking to him.
Gruff women, you know how much I love them.
Uh-huh. Well, now we're at Beverly's, and JB is searching in the basement. She hears footsteps upstairs. She cuts the light.
Oh.
There's a little peephole in the ceiling of the basement.
What?
It goes right up to the bathroom, and she sees Amos. And she calls him downstairs.
Oh my gosh.
She turns the light back on and sees wood shavings all over the ground.
Oh no.
Yeah.
From
Well,
the
JB
hole.
now yeah, I hate it when shavings come out the hole. JB now knows
Use wax, bitch. Use wax.
JB now knows how Bev was killed. Yeah, never shave your asshole. It'll rip a condom. But that is one thing I learned from a bunch of old queens and flex. Don't you ever do that. It'll rip a condom in half.
All those flex ladies always giving the best advice.
Hey now, that one right there is not something you never really think of.
I would also, you're absolutely correct. I would never think of that. Never in my life. I would never think of that.
So JB knows how she was killed. Basically, you can look up the hole and see right to the plug. Yeah, exactly. So
it's perfect.
So he waited for her to get all wet and go over he turned off the power, waited for her to go over the plug, touch the plug, turn the power back on, and shocked her to death.
Yeah.
There are footsteps again.
What?
JB cuts the light, grabs the light bulb, weirdly.
Yeah.
And they hide behind some like furniture down the basement. Somebody comes downstairs. JB throws the light bulb and like distracts him, and Amos goes over to whoever this person is with a shovel and gives a big old concussion.
Amos is a man of action in this episode. I love it.
He is. Well, it's Adam.
Oh, Adam.
And we're at the sheriff's office, and Adam's sitting there. Doc looks at him and is like, he'll live. And Adam's like, I was looking for the trawler paperwork. Like, Beverly promised it to me. And, dude, what are you talking about? That's still robbing. Even if they're dead, that's still robbing. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're doing. And then Hoffman, the chairman, comes in. He was arrested trying to leave town with all of his belongings in a car. There's nothing, which he says, there's nothing wrong with me attempting to leave this town, this shitty town, with all of my belongings. I am a citizen of somewhere, and that's okay. Okay?
Oh, that would be a nice musical, Citizen of Somewhere. That would be nice.
Would it?
I don't know.
I guess
right?
it was, yeah, I guess.
Lin-Manuel Miranda doing some sort of like sing rap about people, that maybe about immigrants and stuff like that he does. That would be nice. Citizen of
Or it could be
Somewhere.
horrible.
Okay, yeah, it could be an Andrew Lloyd Webber production.
Speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda,
Do we have a Patreon for that?
have you watched
Dang it, I thought we'd get through one episode without you
Encanto
doing-
yet?
I did it to myself.
Is that no? Huh?
I haven't watched it yet, no.
Why not?
No, I don't know why not. I just haven't.
Just watch it, girl. Just watch it. Now shut up.
One of these days, you're gonna be all feeling your oats, and then you're gonna ask it, and then I'm gonna say yes, and then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well that joke's over.
Yeah, exactly. And I want the joke to die, so hurry up and watch the goddamn thing.
Okay, Montana Moorhead. Jeez. David.
Well,
David.
Harry's like, both y'all go into the cell. Like,
Drunk
I don't.
tank.
Yeah, the drunk tank. And they both ask for lawyers, and he's like, fine, you'll get a lawyer in the morning. And JB suggests calling the state police for help.
Oh.
And Amos is like, Harry gets a little angry. Amos is like, she's just trying to help. She's just trying to give you a suggestion. Whoa. You really should. If you think I'm tired of this job, bye. And leaves his badge and walks the hell out the door.
Having a tough day, he is. Having a tough day.
So we're at JB's, and Amos is buttering the hell out of a scone. Yes. With even the doc even says, "Do you need more butter?" Like, and it's margarine. It's not butter. Like it is. That is a tub of margarine.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's not country crocker, which is what my family used to use.
Butter.
We always used country cock and Mazola were the two we used.
Which song was that? Butter. Oh, Parquet. Remember that when they had all little tubs of butter that were singing? Butter. It's better.
So JB has a theory.
Okay, let's hear this.
Her theory is that the letter was mailed by Elvira.
Okay.
And it was addressed back when could have been addressed and sent a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have even been back when Amos was sheriff, and Amos was like, my envelope did say Sheriff Amos Tupper.
Interesting.
And the postmark was from Newberry.
Whoa.
To which JB's like, you got the real letter, Amos.
What?
So now we're at the restaurant. Michael, a call for you at the green phone. A call for you at the green phone.
Oh, excuse me. I'm very drunk, but I gotta go get the call.
Yeah. So we found out he had a fifth of scotch and a pound of butter to keep himself sober. Yes. That does not work, dear listeners.
I literally was going to be like, chemically, is that a thing?
No, that'll just make your poops fly out, or stop you up on the two. It does not make your liver process alcohol any faster. So we found out that the foreign investors paid everybody a while ago, like before Beverly even owned it. They paid for this land. That there was an intermediary. It could have been a real estate broker who took care of all of this.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
interesting.
JB was like, dear, I want you to tell them something. I don't want to make it too easy for them to figure out or to get out of you. So he goes back, pretends to be drunk to this lovely woman, and as she's touching his lips sensually, she's like...
her finger smells like Parliament's.
Yes, it does. She's figured out that someone torched the Coast Guard house, and she has a way to prove it, and she's going to be in Beverly's house.
Interesting. Interesting.
So Mrs. Norris gets up to go to the phone as he waves at the other dude staring at him from the condo 3.
Gosh, it's very weird.
Mrs. Norris gets on the phone and just whoever she's talked to says basically, fix it. So now we're at Beverly's, and Harry shows up to find JB downstairs. Harry, dear, it was clever, but you were sloppy. What do you mean I didn't do anything? You left the sawdust on the ground. And you were paid a commission for this before you even got the land for the buildings. There wasn't anything illegal with that. It was illegal if there was arson, dear. And, we find out that Larry will say the cord wasn't frayed. Amos will say, even though you made it a point to tell Amos that it was frayed. And we find out Beverly was trying to get the money back from me that she already paid me, and she recorded all the conversations. And I liked Elvira. I'm sorry I had to kill her, but he pulls out a gun. I'm already pretty far along here, JB. And JB's like, oh dear, she wasn't the only one who was recording. Sorry for ya. And Amos and the other cops show up.
Now, I will say, Mims is not doing this moment justice.
Oh, no, she was nearly in tears. She was like, I was hoping
was the most acting we have had on this show so far. That woman looked like she genuinely had her heart broken, and I loved. I ate it with a spoon.
And he was fiddling with the gun, and he looked very upset too, right?
Oh, it was like, this was literally like one of those moments where I was like, this is an actual real thing that's happening right now, because my heart.
So later on, we're back at JB's outside. Michael's leaving. He's going to go visit his aunt in Fall River, which is Lizzie Borden's town. He's like, no, I'm just going to go back to New York because it's safer. The Doc is in a fantastic outfit with some crazy-ass glasses.
I love it.
And Michael isn't going to write about Cabot Cove. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you enjoy this episode?
Yeah. This is like one of the greatest of all of the Murder She Wrotes.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, technically, there's not a lot of Murder She Wrotes, number one, that take place in the area of Cabot Cove.
True.
And less and less so after as it keeps going on. And for them to actually have this is one of those turning point episodes where genuinely anything can happen now, because this is not a new character that got implicated. So it actually was kind of a turning point episode for the show.
So I learned a couple of facts. I enjoyed this episode a lot too. I learned a couple of facts about John Astin that I did not know.
Okay.
Blew my mind. Gomez is John Astin, dear listeners. Or Harry in this one. He is the adoptive father of Sean Astin.
The actor?
The actor. Do you know who Sean Astin's mother is?
No.
One Patricia Duke.
Who's that?
Patty Duke. There you go.
Sean Astin's mother is Patty Duke?
Yes. There you go.
That is wild.
Hey, babe, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Yeah. Yes. What in the world? Okay. Hello, dear listeners. I'm sorry. I'm a little struck by this. So I am Auntie Maim. I am dumbfounded at the knowledge of this. So wait, so John Astin and Patty Duke were together?
I don't know about all that.
Okay. So if you'd like to find me on the social media, you could find me on Instagram at auntie_maim. That's MAIM. You can find me on Twitter at Maim Ministry. You can find me online. I do a TV online show called It's Happening Out, which you can find on your Roku device or on your Apple TV device or anywhere really. You just have to type in
1972 to 1985.
Weird. You just have to look for It's Happening Out. It's a weekly LGBT cultural talk show. And I'm on there now. I'm one of the featured panelists. I'm going to be there every other Wednesday. So just search for It's Happening Out on YouTube or any place like that if you want to see what that's all about. Also, in real life, if you're ever down here in the South Florida area, I perform improvised comedy at the Villain Theater in Miami, which you can find out more about them at villaintheater.com. So weird. That's really bizarre. And also you can find me hosting the Black Market, which is a musical sort of drag showcase every other month in Fort Lauderdale, which you can find out more about them on Instagram at the Black Market MIA. And lastly, I do a weekly show called the Amazing Colossal Karaoke, which is a bit of a karaoke and cabaret hybrid of a show every Thursday night at Killer Idol in Miami Beach. And I think that's it. Hey, Mims, how about you?
That was a lot, girl. Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Divine Miss Mims. You can find this podcast on Twitter at You Slay Me Pod.
Slay Me Pod.
Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have a Patreon? Dear listeners, you can go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, and throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have another podcast?
Yeah.
It's called Baking Sugar. It's a Designing Women podcast.
Are you okay?
Hey, Maim!
Oh, jeez.
Did you know? Maim, did you know?
I don't like it.
Did you know?
I don't like you right now.
That we have merch. If you go, Maim, to mimsandmaim.com, you can find a shirt, a cup, a mug with our emblem on it, and it's very exciting.
Don't like you right now. Just really, just.
Why is that? Why?
Because you're being a dick.
You told me to be more exciting.
You're right. So
and I just was.
You were.
I'm sorry if my excitement is too much for you.
Okay. That's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
All right. Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.